Hi everyone, and welcome to this call. This call originally happened on February 17th, and there was an issue with the recording, so I am narrating this deck again, so please bear with me. My name is Chinmay Bhavani Shankar, and I am part of the US Partner Experience team. This is part of the Cloud Competency Attainment call series. This is the last one. I've talked about cloud productivity, small and mid-market cloud solutions, cloud platform, cloud CRM, and now the enterprise mobility management competency, which is the fifth of the 5 cloud competencies that the Microsoft Partner Network has to offer. During this call, I will talk about the requirements and benefits of this competency and answer any of the questions that I had heard during the actual call yesterday. The overarching structure of this call is similar to all the previous ones, so there will be some content that would be repeated if you have been, or if you have heard any of the previous call recordings or have attended the calls. I'll talk about the Microsoft Partner Network and the membership options and competency requirements across all competencies in general, and then specifically for the Enterprise Mobility Management competency, and then talk about the benefits, the core benefits that you get as a competency partner and the incremental benefits that you will get as part of the EMM competency. Again, this is an acronym-free call, so I will not use an acronym unless I've explained it during the call or unless it is on a slide. So then I'll go to some of the resources and any suggested reading, and that's about it. The Microsoft Partner Network empowers you with the expertise you need to serve your customers, the opportunities you seek to strengthen your capabilities, the tools to ensure that you're profitable, and it also connects you with the communities where you can connect with other partners to push the boundaries of innovation. Through this, we aim to ensure that you can increase customer connections as you take on the market. When you join the Microsoft Partner Network, you receive a set of core benefits that can help you save time and money while you strengthen your capabilities and better serve customers. Whether you are an individual looking for information and testing the waters, or a small business looking for support, or an established company looking to differentiate your business, our partner program offers membership options that cater to what you need. You can sign up as a network member, which is free, and you have access to some training and support. You can also buy an action-packed subscription that adds on to the benefits of a network member and gives you access to internal use licenses and additional support. Over the years, we've taken feedback from partners about maps, and we've now set it up for auto-renewal. We've improved the enrollment process and removed the assessment that used to be a requirement. The third membership option, which is competencies, which is what we're talking about today, has 2 levels, silver and gold. You can obtain these by taking some certifications and exams, meeting sales performance requirements, obtaining customer references, and paying fees where applicable. While silver competencies represent consistent capability, expertise, and commitment, gold competencies demonstrate best-in-class capability within a specific Microsoft solution area. Partners can earn both gold and silver competency in any of the 28 areas that include cloud, on-premise, and hybrid cloud capabilities. With a competency, you get incremental internal use right benefits, support, and also advisory hours. Of the 28 or so competencies, we currently have our cloud competencies, which are based on cloud offerings. And until June 30th, 2016, you can enter any one of these cloud competencies at a silver level at no cost. Competencies are a great way to demonstrate to current and potential customers both the scope of your expertise and the depth of your experience. These competencies have been improved over time, and most recently, we have lowered the thresholds to help you achieve these competencies quicker. As adoption and usage becomes ever more central to success in the cloud, we have shifted our focus from seats sold and revenue to active use and consumption. The Enterprise Mobility Management competency is the latest addition to our cloud competencies. If you have been one of the pioneers around enterprise mobility suites, then this competency is for you. If you aren't ready for a competency yet, you can stick to Action Pack subscription. For less than $500 you can get the new and improved Action Pack loaded with tools and solutions to help you learn more and grow faster. You have resources that help you increase your profitability and enable you to bring your ideas to life. There's also marketing resources like ready-to-go marketing campaigns and Microsoft Pinpoint, which is the customer partner marketplace, which helps you go to market faster. And of course, you can access dedicated support through the Action Pack subscription as well. Looking at competency requirements. In general, the requirements for a competency is divided into 4 buckets: customer evidence, certifications, performance, and fees. We want you to demonstrate your experience by providing customer references for recently completed projects. For a silver competency, you will need 3 references, and for gold, typically you'll need 5. We want you to demonstrate your expertise by completing required technical assessments, exams, and certifications. Again, note that your organization can attain multiple competencies, and Microsoft Partner Learning Paths is a valuable resource, and I'll talk about that more later. We also want you to demonstrate your partnership with Microsoft by meeting the sales performance requirement, and this is by far the most difficult to achieve among all the 4 requirement buckets. So if you're already achieving the sales performance, then don't hesitate to kind of finish the other steps and get the competency. In terms of fees, there's one fee that's due 1 time per year, and no matter how many additional competencies your organization earns. For silver, you will be paying $1,660, and for gold, you will be paying $3,940. I did mention that for cloud competencies, for the silver level, it is free until June 30th, 2016, but typically it costs $1,660. So you will be saving that much if you sign up and get your silver cloud competency this year. Diving deeper into each one of these 4 buckets, for customer evidence is the customer reference that you will need to provide, and to obtain that, you have to go through 3 steps. First, you'll have to request a reference from your customer through the Partner Membership Center. So you'll sign in to the Partner Membership Center, and from the Requirements and Assets menu, you'll click Create Customer Reference. You'll select a location and then fill out your customer and project information. So that's step 1. That's how you would request a reference from your customer. Step 2 is when you talk to your customer and tell them that you have used them as a reference and to look out for an email from Microsoft. You can see a sample email that Microsoft sends your customers so that they know what to look out for. And also note that Microsoft doesn't contact all customers, right? So some of these references may be auto-approved by our system. Step 3, once the process is completed, check back in the Partner Membership Center to make sure that that requirement is fulfilled. And you can call up support if there is, if your customer did say that they've fulfilled it and you still don't see it, there might have been some mistake in the process, or either by the customer or in the system. So make sure you kind of check back to see that you have that requirement fulfilled. So once approved, this customer reference is valid for 2 years. So you don't have to worry about customer references until not your next renewal, but the renewal after that. So if you have a customer reference in the past and it's been past 2 years, then you can assume that it has expired. Every competency has a different set of exams and certifications and assessments. Not all of them have all 3. It's usually one or the other. Your organization can attain multiple competencies, and so if you have employees or contractors who've taken and passed exams that apply to multiple competencies, then you can use that single certified professional for the multiple competencies, whether it be silver or gold. You can use Microsoft Partner Learning Paths to find details. This is a valuable resource because it not only, if you select a competency within Microsoft Partner Learning Paths, it not only tells you what exams or what assessments you need to complete in order to get to that competency, there's also a certain amount of training that will get you ready to take that exam. Also, please note that for every competency, you can choose from the options that are convenient for you. So usually, some of these exams have a list, and you can say if there are 2 exams, there's 1 exam that's required, and for the other exam, you can choose from a list of 4, or 5, or whatever the number might be. So you have some options. There's an and/or option that you can take a look at and see which ones your employees are most qualified to finish easily. Every competency has a different set of performance requirements, and again, you can choose from the options that suit your business model the best. Performance assessment is shifting from seats sold to active usage and consumption, and partners will also need to be partner of record to apply their enterprise mobility suite deployments towards their cloud competencies. That needs to be corrected. It's not Dynamic CRM. And of course, you'll have to be a digital partner of record because that automates how you're attached as the partner of record. And I'll talk about this a little more, but you have to be the partner of record for your customer subscription in order for that to count towards your performance requirement for the competency. As I said earlier, you will have to pay only 1 fee per year. So you renew your membership every year. And the fee varies by location. Of course, in the United States, for a silver competency, it's $1,660. For cloud competencies, there is no fee until June 30th, 2016. And for gold competency in the US, it's $3,940. If you have any issues with billing, again, this doesn't include applicable taxes and fees. Please note that. If you have any issues with billing, go look at your support options. And when you contact Microsoft Partner Network support, make sure you have your MPN ID, that is your identifier as a partner organization, and your anniversary date. So that is the date when either you started your membership or when you paid. So if you have a competency already, the day that you paid your first fee will automatically become your anniversary date. For the Enterprise Mobility Management competency, here are the requirements. Again, for Silver, you'll need 3 customer references. For Gold, you'll need 5 customer references. The references must be for any one or combination of the components of the Enterprise Mobility Suite. So one or more of Microsoft Intune or Azure Active Directory Premium within the last 12 months. For certifications, and I'll dive deeper into this and tell you exactly what the list is, but for Silver, 1 individual will have to pass 2 assessments, and for Gold, 2 individuals must pass 2 assessments. For performance requirement, for Silver competency for EMM, partner must have deployed 500 active seats of any one or combination of the components of Enterprise Mobility Suite. And for Gold competency, the partner must have deployed 2,000 active seats. One of the questions we had on the call was if the Silver competency is free until June 30th, 2016, will I have to pay after that? So the answer is it depends on your anniversary date. If your anniversary date is, say, today or tomorrow, and you get the Silver Cloud competency for free, you won't have to pay again until your next anniversary date when you renew. So you're essentially getting June through the next February for free. You're not paying for that entire time, but then once it comes to February, and if this offer goes away, then you will have to pay at that point. For exams and certifications, again, this is the Enterprise Mobility Management competency. One individual for Silver will have to finish 2 assessments. So the first one, the technical assessment for Enterprise Mobility Suite Overview, that's required. And for the second assessment, you could do one of the 4 that's listed there. So you can do the technical assessment for mobile device management, identity and access management, information protection, or virtual desktop infrastructure. You can choose one of the 4. For Gold, 2 individuals will have to do the same. I had mentioned earlier that we'll dive a little deeper into Digital Partner of Record. So this automates how you're attached as the partner of record for the subscriptions that you're actively managing. It associates servicing partners to a Microsoft Cloud subscription, and it gives you as a partner visibility into seat utilization, customer consumption, and usage through Microsoft reports. So this helps you understand customer usage, it helps you qualify for incentives, and it also, again, helps you qualify for Gold or Silver competencies. And to get started, there are 3 steps. First, ask your customer. Again, the onus here is on the customer, but it's up to you to let the customer know what to do. First step, ask your customer to log into the Subscription Admin Center and have the customer enter your MPN ID as the digital partner of record. So if you have multiple subscriptions from a single customer, the customer will have to go in and enter your MPN ID for each of the subscriptions for you to get credit. And the third step, you will receive an email confirmation that you're listed as the partner of record for that customer. So look out for that. So that helps you keep track of how many of your customers have actually listed you as the partner of record. For benefits, now across all competencies, there are 4 buckets of benefits that you get. We enable you to sell, to market, we provide you with support, and we want you to plan your business ahead with Microsoft products at the center. So you have access to Microsoft partner incentives, payment solutions, technical pre-sales assistance. You also have access to Partner Marketing Center. You have prioritized listing in the Pinpoint directory, which is, again, our customer to partner marketplace. And you can have a customized Microsoft competency logo that you can use for your marketing material to say that you have achieved a Microsoft competency and we are backing you up and your qualifications. Support, you get 20 hours of partner advisory hours as a Silver competency member and 50 advisory hours as a Gold competency member. Advisory hours are the least used benefit among all partners who have a competency. This is a benefit that you're paying for, and a lot of partners don't use it. So what it is sort of a consulting time, if you will. So if you want to test out a solution that you're planning to implement with a customer, or had any questions about how to go about doing that, or if you want to map out your path within the Microsoft Partner Network, this would be a valuable resource. So you get 20 hours as part of a Silver competencies. At least give it a shot and try it out, and you never know what you're going to get. With product support, you get 15 incidents for Silver and 20 incidents for Gold. And of course, the Signature Cloud support is unlimited for all cloud performance competencies. Internal use right licenses, which gives you free license to use internally for cloud services or on-premises software, is also a very important benefit. So up to 25 licenses per product for the Silver competency, and for up to 100 licenses per product for Gold competency. So this is the core, and you'll get additional depending on which competency you acquire. This, again, internal use licenses not only help you run your business internally, so you have Office 365 and Azure and Enterprise Mobility Suite and CRM that you can use internally. You can also use it for testing and development and save costs for running your internal business that way as well. And it also gives you a peek into what other product offerings Microsoft is coming up with, and as a partner you get a sneak peek so you can figure out where you want your business to go, whether you want to jump into that's another product stream or not. So the incremental benefits for the Enterprise Mobility Management competency would be that you get Enterprise Mobility Suite seats in addition to the core internal use software license benefits. So you get about 50 seats of EMS as a silver competency member and 100 seats as a gold competency member. And with that, you also get eligibility for EMS FY16 adoption offer, which is an incentives offer, and also you get eligibility to participate in public cloud and/or Azure deployment planning service for implementing Enterprise Mobility Suite. I talk about internal use licenses a lot, and a lot of partners know that it is a good benefit, but they just don't have the time to go in and activate it. To address that, there's this blog post that is linked on here where I talk about how you can just invest 1 hour to activate your internal use right benefit. So I address each of the major product groups, and of course Enterprise Mobility Suite is also coming up. But for Office 365 and Azure and Microsoft Dynamics CRM Online, the recorded call walks you through exactly how to activate each of those licenses, and then you can play around with it. So if you want to watch the recorded call, or at least look at the deck, and or look at the resources, the support articles that I've listed down there, it'll take you a few minutes to go in and complete the process, and voila, you have it activated and you can use those licenses freely. Now, moving on to the resources, I talked about the MPN learning paths, and there are a few learning paths for Enterprise Mobility Series. So the first one is the Empowering Enterprise Mobility Series, and for competency itself, it lists all the assessments, and you can develop a plan according to that. Of course, there's also some cross-sell training as part of the Office Drumbeat series where we talk about EMS and Office 365 sales together. And if you want to go deeper into this, there's a level 300 technical deep dive for Enterprise Mobility Suite deployment. That's also another learning path that you might be interested in. There's a lot of information out there and blog posts that my teammate Diane Gulshan helps put together. They reiterate key messages that Microsoft would like to convey to you as our partners and present all the available resources in a package in one place. MPN 101 is, which is a guide to managing your relationship with Microsoft as a partner, has everything that you would need as a new partner or to continue your relationship with Microsoft. There is an MPN, a new partner orientation call series, the internal use licenses call series that I just talked about. We have the recorded calls for now, but there will be another series coming up. So this consolidates all of that. And of course, this cloud competency attainment call series, everything in one, along with the resources that you would need. The second link that I have here, the second blog post, is the tips for renewing your Microsoft competency in 2016. So if you have a competency, you're getting all the benefits, plan ahead to make sure that you renew. If you find this useful, there are some calendar templates that give you reminders on when you should start the process, how you should go about meeting the performance requirements for the next year. So you have that in mind and you don't have to rush in the last minute. The third one is the 10 things for US partners to know for 2016. Again, Diane Gulshan has done a fabulous job putting together a list of just 10 things you need to know for this next year. What does Microsoft have planned for you as a Microsoft partner? And my teammate Sharon Lee, who is the ISV lead, talks about action-packed subscription and if you're an ISV or an app builder, how that would apply to you. For EMS in particular, there's the MPN training blog where you have everything that you need to know about the competency. So if this call was too much and you need a simplified version that you can go in and read later, you can look at the training blog and it has all the information that you would need. There's also Microsoft FastTrack for EMS. FastTrack essentially is a service designed to help customers deploy Microsoft solutions that will keep their employees productive on their favorite apps and devices while keeping company data protected. So again, you can go to the FastTrack site for additional information. There's also a FastTrack call coming up, but that's FastTrack for Office 365. I just wanted to highlight FastTrack for Enterprise Mobility Suite, the fact that it exists and you can make use of it. You can just go try it out as a trial and see what you think of it. Cloud SureStep is, again, another resource for you. Whether you're starting out or you're ready to scale, it's designed to help you maximize your profitability because the resources are organized by product and then by job function and then by business maturity. So depending on where you are, the resources are customized to you. The SMB group has a roadshow going on right now called SMB Live, and they also have regional insider calls and partner online technical training that is free until March 31st. If there is anything that you would take away from this presentation, it would be this slide. The Stay Informed slide has all the resources that you will need throughout your partner journey, including the technical partner communities that are product specific. For the US partner community, you can sign up for the newsletter, you can stay connected on Twitter, Facebook, and Yammer, where all these files and the deck and the recording is posted. And for partner training, the hot sheet is something that I'd like to call out. The hot sheet is essentially a list of all the training in person or virtual online for the next 2 months. So you can plan your calendar according to that. And of course, there are profitability and cloud adoption resources and partner support resources. And not to forget, the Worldwide Partner Conference is coming up in July, and this year it's in Toronto. Hopefully you're planning on attending the conference and you have your passport ready. If you have additional questions about the conference, there's a Yammer group that you can ask your questions at, and you can also follow WPC specifically on Twitter. The next call next week is going to be about FastTrack for Office 365. We have our subject matter expert coming in to talk about that. So if you are interested, next Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time, you can dial in. The dial-in information will be on Yammer again. So this deck and the recording will also be on Yammer. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this call. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me, Chinmay, on the MPN 101 Yammer group, and I will try my best to answer your questions or point you to the right resources. Thanks. Have a wonderful week.